Okay, my name is Nick, and for my topic of my demonstration speech, I chose why failure is essential for success because I do believe that failing is important in order to succeed in life. So, I'm first going to start off by giving this powerful quote that always stays in my mind since I was a little boy. My sister used to preach it to me growing up. She would always tell me delayed gratification. And what delayed gratification means to me is that you're going to keep failing. You're going to go through hard things. You're going to struggle, but it will all be worth it in the end. So, successful people have also failed multiple times in order to succeed. And like I said, I look up to my sister. I adore my sister. So I'm going to use her story as an example. So when she started college, she went to college to get a criminal justice degree. And then she wanted to go to law school, didn't end up working out. So then she ended up doing nursing. She became a nurse. Then after nursing, she wanted to get her NP, her master's in nursing, which didn't end up working out for her. And then she got into medical device sales, which she loves, and that is what she does for a living now. But the one thing she would tell me all the time is how hard everything was for her, and she kept failing to get into law school, and then like she wasn't able to get into school to become an NP. So it was just failures after failures. But to succeed, you're going to have to fail in life, and that's kind of what my parents and my sister, they were trying to teach us at a young age. So failure also teaches valuable life lessons. So I myself, personal experience, I did sales as a job. So I feel like sales is one of the most failing optimal jobs. Like you're definitely going to fail in sales. Um, Emphasizes failure. So you have highs, you have lows. You have really high highs, but you also have really low lows. I remember like my first week working in a sales job, I was the worst rep in the entire company actually. But then it just kept taking growing as a person, and I kept dealing with the adversity and the struggles of going through everyone around me succeeding but me. So after a few months, I went from being the worst to working my way up to being at actually the top. But that's just growing as a person, and what I learned during those couple months was actually probably one of the hardest times of my life. In order to succeed, you're going to struggle and there's going to be adversity. Um, Another example could be like in sports. So, in sports, let's say baseball, for example. Baseball is one of the most optimal sports in which you're going to fail in. Baseball is a failing game. Even the pros, they will get a hit when they go up to bat 3 out of every 10 times. So 70% of the time, they're failing. And if failing was easy to overcome, then there'd probably be a lot more pros. But failing is a hard experience, and those guys, they deal with failure their whole lives, and they have to work hard to get through it. They got to persevere. But I also feel like failing is good for character building. You can really tell like how strong somebody is mentally, emotionally when they're going through a lot of failure. So everyone in life at some point is going to have to fail at something. So it's how you overcome it, what you do after you fail. Learning perseverance and patience is super important. Being able to persevere through those failures, being patient to get to that success. So the key ideas of overcoming failure, it will help build confidence too as well. So like for me, what I try to do when I'm failing is I try to rely on the people around me, my loved ones, my coworkers, colleagues, and they help me. So I feel like also failing is also a very strong mental game. Self-doubt is very real, and I feel like a lot of people have that, and it's to me, when I think of self doubt, how I think of it is it's people that are scared to fail. Self doubt and being scared to fail, to me, are about the same exact thing. So that's a very real emotion. Um, so, like I said, a lot of successful people in life have failed. Um, Thomas Edison, he failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. And to succeed in life, you're going to have to fail. It is important. It is important. I always preach delayed gratification. That's what sticks with me. That's what has always helped me throughout my life. And I chose this topic because I feel like this is important, and a lot of people are going to face failure in their life. Not a lot of people. Everybody's going to face failure in life, and it's just about how you overcome that. And if there was one takeaway from this video, I hope they realize you are not alone. And when you are failing, it happens to everybody, and just got to be able to persevere and get through that.